What's going on YouTube? That boy Butcher here and back with another reaction video for you guys. Today I'm reacting to 10 supposedly cursed YouTube videos with the links. This is by Chills, probably one of my most favorites scary YouTube channels. Blogger ever. But yeah, let's get into this guy. Link will be down in the description below for this original video for you guys. And also, if you want to go to his links, you can. Make sure you go to his videos and click on links if you want to see any of these original videos that's on here too. And let's get into it.
Warning, the following videos have been reported to cause serious cases of bad luck that could last up to a lifetime. Watch at your own risk. Number 10, Cursed Video. With such a generic title, this foreign YouTube video often gets buried in the search results. It's from a user named Chris Sadler. The opening screen has some sort of warning that's in a different language. The English translation underneath only says, "Don't open your eyes." Whoever created this video appears to be trying to make a last-minute warning to the audience not to watch this cursed footage, presumably out of concern for their safety. A skinny figure is walking in place while creepy noises play. Fade to black. Now we are looking through the eyes of some sort of stalker as he wanders around a house. We hear insane noises that are probably subliminal messages loaded with instructions of things that we would never want to intentionally do. It's almost as if we are in the mind of a mentally ill person ourselves. As we grab a doorway with one scaly hand, we can see that we are not in the body of a burglar, but of a monster instead. It soon becomes clear that we are wandering inside the house of a sleeping family while carrying a knife. An old-timey song starts to play. It's hard to make out what they are singing about, something about the boogeyman. We are presumably the boogeyman tonight, as the family is viciously slaughtered. The camera keeps returning on a piece of meat while strange noises and voices play together. A blood hand flops over a bathtub. It looks like we could be draining somebody of their blood before we feast on their corpse. It's almost as if the video is encouraging you to kill and partake in cannibalism on a deeper subconscious level. Who knows how many actual murders have been inspired by watching this. Number 9, Cursed Deep Web Video. Ashton Jackal is searching the deep web for cursed videos one night when he comes across a site that few people have ever seen before. He quickly downloads 3 videos and watches one of them before calling it a night. The file is just a quick clip that he doesn't think much of at the time. It's an animated short made somewhere in Japan. In it, the dark outline of a man is screaming while surrounded in red flames. His teeth, nose, and eyes are also red as the scream gets louder and his jaw opens wider. There is Japanese text before and after the clip, though Ashton Jackal can't understand what it says. It's a weird clip for sure, he thinks to himself, but he doesn't think much more of it and goes about daily life as normal. Several days later, he is on his phone in the bathroom when suddenly he hears a huge scream to his right. It takes him a second to realize that it's the same scream from the cursed video that he watched some nights before. He thinks that maybe his wife is in the other room watching the video or something. The explanation doesn't make much sense, but it's the best one he can come up with at the time. Suddenly, his bathroom window starts to violently rattle and shake. He screams in surprise. He still doesn't truly believe that the cursed video could be to blame. There's no such thing, he thinks to himself, so it must have been a gust of wind. He is surprised to find that his wife is asleep, so it couldn't have been her watching the video. Either he was going completely insane, or else he really had heard a scream just outside of his window. He wasn't sure which option sounded worse. Now determined to get to the bottom of this, Ashton Jackal goes back online to try and research more about the video, but he's surprised to find that the deep website is now gone. His browser history shows no sign of ever visiting there before. The video, however, is still on his hard drive, so he uploads it onto YouTube. As far as he knows, this is the only copy of the cursed video left in existence. For better or worse, he posted the video in hopes that other people could verify that the curse is real. Someone told him that the Japanese writing in the beginning has poor grammar, but that translates into something about bringing harm to anyone who watches the video. He also says that you can make out someone saying something else in Japanese in the background, but he can't tell exactly what is being said. Number 8. This video may induce nightmares. Video descriptions don't get much clearer than the all-caps title of this haunted YouTube video. The channel's operator, Silver Carnivore, says that he isn't sure where this video comes from, but he suspects that it was found somewhere within the far reaches of the deep web. Perhaps it was even one of the 3 videos that Ashton Jackal downloaded in his story for number 9. The video starts out with what looks to be a skull on fire. It cuts to a random television clip, and then to a scary human-like face with huge eyes. A chimpanzee is getting ready to hit something with a stick, and then we see a dead body lying on the ground. There's medical footage, a faceless woman standing between 2 wind turbines, and some sort of quick animation from hell itself. A stop and start motion puppet with a long neck and mismatching eyes is talking to the viewer, but all we can hear are people screaming and talking loudly. The video then becomes more abstract before cutting to black. Now we see a girl heading upstairs. The voices all mercifully stop shouting. This is the only time that the video is silent. She turns around and the horrible voices all come back at full blast. We see someone getting their mouth stitched shut, and then a woman standing in the doorway. It ends with footage of lions feasting, and an expressionless woman with censor bars over her eyes. The audio is equally terrifying. Static cuts in and out the entire time. It always sounds like you are just on the verge of understanding what the voices are trying to say, but then they become too garbled and static-filled again. Towards the end, you hear backwards chanting. It's a safe bet that hidden audio messages are everywhere. Only your subconscious can understand whatever it's being told. Silver Carnivore warns that whatever you do not watch this video just before you go to bed. If you do, you are almost certain to be cursed for the rest of your dreams. Number 7. Robert the Doll messes up my camera. A YouTuber known as Johnny Flynn travels to Key West to visit Robert, a possessed doll with a supposedly evil soul. He knows that he has to ask Robert's permission to take video or photographs, otherwise he'll get cursed. Robert's curse is so serious that it's the first thing that the museum workers will tell visitors about as soon as they enter. You have to ask permission to film or tape Robert or else bad things happen, they say. Exactly what he does to you all seems to depend on what mood the demonic doll is in at the time. Sometimes he will simply wipe all of the photos from your camera or break it. Sometimes he will make sure that you get into the worst accident of your life instead. Even though Johnny Flynn politely asks for permission before filming, Robert decides to curse his camera anyway. After all, simply asking for permission is no way guarantees that it will be granted. The footage is heavily distorted and orbs float all around. Here's the twist. Not only did Robert not give Johnny Flynn permission to film, he also didn't give you permission to watch it. The page is filled with comments of people apologizing over and over again to Robert. You probably should apologize to him too. Hopefully, he will have mercy on you for watching this clip. Number 6. The viral video. This YouTube video was recently uploaded by someone named Tristan Lambert. This person claims to have found the video in their attic. They have no idea who recorded it or why it was there. The tape itself wasn't labeled and it looked fairly old. He sat down and pressed play. The first 20 seconds are completely pitch black and silent. Maybe the tape was blank. Then things suddenly took a dark turn. A figure with black skin materializes in front of the camera. The demon floats back and forth while chanting something backwards. It's hard to tell what he is saying, but he might be saying the word stop over and over. The demon eventually puts a gun to its head and pulls the trigger. He fades away while smiling and the chanting intensifies. Now it sounds like a song is being played backwards and slowed down. You can hear trumpets mixed with satanic voices. Tristan says that this video is cursed, quote, because it gets stuck in your head. First you can't stop thinking about the strange song, and then you start seeing the demon's face whenever you close your eyes. Even if you try your hardest to put the video out of your mind, it still comes back to haunt you until you can no longer sleep. The hidden messages are thought to be designed to make you feel suicidal over time. In fact, many people think this is a satanic tutorial guide instructing you to kill yourself. Exactly how much of this Tristan experienced himself, and how he was able to beat this curse is not clear. Perhaps he didn't win and is now a slave to the curse himself. After all, why would he choose to upload such a harmful video to YouTube, if not to spread its effects? Number 5. Carl Mayer. This video is said to be heavily laced with subliminal messages and strange commands to commit forbidden and unspeakable acts. It starts out with twins holding hands as a girl's voice hits all kinds of different tones and pitches. She is laughing, but the overall atmosphere is evil instead of joyful. Flowers sit in a meadow that morphs into different colors and shapes before your very eyes. The video zooms in and out rapidly to confuse you even more. It's a dragged out effect that is meant to induce anxiety, and it works. At one point the madness finally seems to be calming down, but it's a fake out. A clown's face suddenly melts into vibrant colors and the high-pitched voices begin screaming even higher as the video becomes more distorted. Not much is known about this video aside from the reactions that it causes. People often claim to feel frustrated or aggravated after watching. Sometimes they even feel depressed or paranoid for days after. By the end of it, you're not sure what you just watched, but you just know that it wasn't something you were meant to see. One possibility for this video is that it's about a German poet named Karl Mayer. There are some coincidences. First, the title shares his name. Second, Karl Mayer's brother painted landscapes, and landscapes are frequently shown throughout this video. There is also a painting of three European-looking figures who look to be from about the same time period as Karl Mayer was. Therefore, this video could have started out as a simple art project about the poet. Maybe the video started as an artistic interpretation of the anger Karl Mayer felt when he was exiled to Switzerland for being too liberal during the German Revolution of 1849. If so, then maybe the artist's video attracted the spirit of Karl Mayer and became cursed by his supernatural rage. Number 4, you have 20 seconds to stop this cursed video. That's the name of a 2-minute clip uploaded by a YouTube channel called Repent Sinners. It starts with a warning that this video will enter your conscious and curse your sleep with horrible nightmares unless you stop watching right away. If you keep watching anyway, you'll see a boy walking around a cemetery with huge statues looking down on him. He asks one of the statues why, and then it closely zooms in on the statue's stone face for a disturbing response. A girl moans uneasily off camera, and then you see a demon figurine situated between two black candles. One of the cemetery statues is frowning now, and you suddenly get the feeling that some dark presence is known. There's some soft whimpering off camera, and then a strange animal noise loops over and over again. The camera quickly cuts to a stuffed animal, and then it shows more satanic imagery. There's a brief clip of a cult ritual that ends when the man splits some sort of liquid into the face of a skeleton figure wearing long robes. The same man is later seen laughing maniacally at something that cannot be seen. Maybe he is overcome by emotion now that his ritual is complete. The video ends with a warning that is directed towards you. The warning says that a friend who died when they were young will visit in your dreams. Then they will ask you to follow them, but whatever you do, don't go with them. The video suddenly cuts off before it can say what will happen to you next if you do decide to go with them. Eventually, exactly when this deceptive nightmare will happen is never made clear. It could be today, it could be when you are far older. This slow-moving curse has all the time in the world. Number 3, Do Close 777. This YouTube video was uploaded by a user in Brazil. They claim that the person shown in this video was once a psychic clairvoyant who possessed great powers. Her spells and predictions were so strong that just watching this recovered footage of her is enough to cause a lot of trouble for you. The video begins with a crude computer animation of a talking face that quickly transitions into some abstract shapes and colors. Strange, intense music starts to play. All of it makes little sense, but the effect is hypnotic. Suddenly a jarring buzzing sound plays and you see a small starving woman tap dancing with an umbrella. She is tiny and looks to be near death. It's amazing that she even has the strength to stand. As the video progresses, the whole scene starts to look more and more like a dangerous occult ritual than a choreographed dance routine. Her movements are jerky and odd, and her face looks pinched and scary as she clops around the small room. Split-second images of doll faces start to appear over the video out of nowhere. They have no eyes. A girl's voice starts to play in the background. She is singing long notes backwards, almost screaming. The twisted dancer starts to walk to the camera while staring at you with very little emotion on her face or in her eyes. As she grows closer, it somehow looks like she knows exactly what is going to happen to you in the near future, and that you deserve this fate. You can almost feel her in front of you as the video ends with her face as close as possible to your own. You hear a scream that sounds like a mix between a child and a wild beast, and then it's over. According to the uploader, this video causes whoever watches it to be haunted by nightmares and bad sleep. These are way worse than your standard nightmares. They are more like twisted visions than anything you've ever experienced before. It's as if you are being guided to a path of evil by paranormal forces that you can't understand and would never want to be able to. Number 2, WP-KEPKW. A YouTuber named IEE Wire first posted this video to prove once and for all that it really does exist. He said that he had a friend once tell him about a mysterious video that could be found on the internet if you search for WP-KEPT-KW. What was weird about this video is that it would only sometimes appear in the search results. Most of the time it simply wouldn't. It was as if the video was purposely being hidden by YouTube, or maybe it even had a mind of its own. After searching for 2 weeks, he still couldn't find the actual video. All he could find were strange stories that others had posted after they'd seen the video for themselves. Some people thought that it was a person talking just before death, while others thought that they were watching a government worker making a confession about an experiment gone bad. Still, he hadn't seen it with his own eyes, so he did not fully believe it could be true, even though he was starting to doubt that the video even existed at all. It was an honest friend who had told him about it, and he wanted it to be true. He decided to search for the video a couple more times, and to his surprise, the cursed thumbnail magically popped up in front of him. He clicked on the link, not sure what to think now. A blurred face against a white backdrop filled his screen. The unfocused image appeared to be speaking urgently as a harsh noise blasted through his speakers. The voice itself sounded encrypted by some advanced form of technology. IEEE quickly saved the video and uploaded it onto YouTube so that others could see that the myth was real. He was glad that he did this because, sure enough, he couldn't find the original video when he searched for it again a short while later. He was hoping that maybe others could shed some light on this strange mystery, but his contribution only seems to have made things worse. The blurred face started to haunt him beginning that very same night. He was alone on his computer when the image appeared on his screen over and over again. He thought someone was playing a joke until he put 2 and 2 together and realized that he probably was cursed. He grabbed his iPhone to record the paranormal activity for evidence. He was on his home page when the blurred face appeared on his computer no less than 4 times. On the 4th and final time, the face makes a Only FX has the hissing noise that simultaneously sounds like it's coming from both the speakers and from the same room that he's in. He yells and backs away. IEEE deleted everything on his computer in an attempt to hopefully delete the curse as well. There's no word as to whether or not the plan worked. Meanwhile, the WP-KEPT-KW video is now readily available thanks to multiple backup copies that are available online. These clone videos appear to carry the curse as well, and have been causing problems for the majority of people who have watched them. Even if you only watch 1 second of the video, it's still apparently enough to be hopelessly cursed. Even though many people who have watched this video and analyzed it using the best software available, no one has any idea what the figure in the video is trying to say. Maybe it is a curse, maybe it's a warning. Either way, bad things seem to follow. Bonus, real cursed video. This video advertises itself as cursed. It's really just a chilling mind trick, but it is certainly worth a mention. This video combines aerial frequencies with moving images and hidden messages to induce the viewer into an altered state of mind. People who have watched this video often mistake it for being cursed because this video plays frequencies that are designed to interfere with our natural brain waves and overstimulate our senses. As such, people often report that they have felt numbness or even a static electricity sensation under their skin while watching, or perhaps the video really is cursed. There's just no way to tell for certain. Before we get to number 1, if you've ever been curious as to what I look like in real life, then follow me on Instagram at DylanIsChillinYT. I also have a Twitter at YTChills where I post video updates. I'd really appreciate it if you followed me, and feel free to send me a DM if you have any questions or suggestions. Number 1, Japanese commercial. Cursed videos can come in the least likely of places. Take this Japanese Kleenex commercial for example. It's been on YouTube for years and has since grown famous for its unique and bizarre curse. But before we get into that, let's talk about the commercial itself. Even without the curse, it's definitely a creepy piece of footage. A woman dressed in all white is sitting across from a red imp with woolly gray hair and a single horn. She appears to be comforting the creature, who has its arms crossed and looks upset about something. At one point she leans over and it looks like they might kiss. The background is all red and they appear to be sitting on straw, almost like the floor of a manger. The song that Kleenex chose is quite weird too. There's no instruments, just a woman who is singing about how nice the night is and how great tomorrow is gonna be. Exactly what is supposed to happen tomorrow is never made clear, but when combined with the devil, it definitely has some evil implications. As the commercial spreads throughout the internet, there was a rumor that the video itself becomes cursed if you tried to watch it at midnight. A YouTuber named Shrouded Hand decided to watch the video at midnight to see what would happen. They were expecting to do away with the rumor once and for all, but instead they ended up confirming it instead. Shrouded Hand records their phone at 11:59 p.m. to verify the time. They open the video and press play. The Kleenex commercial plays through the entire time normally. Now it's midnight. Shouted hand presses play again. This time, the video starts to play like normal, but as the woman goes to release a wad of tissue in the air, the singing suddenly becomes low and evil. It sounds like Satan himself is singing about how fine the night is, and how fine tomorrow will be too. To some, it sounds like the heralding of the apocalypse. At the same time, the screen becomes pixelated, black and glitchy. The woman reaches for the amp twice as fast as before and appears to kiss him over and over. It's like she is worshipping him. Her face gets distorted and her eyes go black. Suddenly, two eyes appear on the screen and open as soon as the video ends. Some religious folks are convinced that this is yet another example of Satan, using corporations and television as the best way to spread his message, based on the song lyrics. They think that this commercial is either sending a message that Satan will rise again, or else he is somehow influencing others to do his bidding.
Well, there you have it, you guys. Another reaction video. Yeah, probably not gonna sleep tonight. I'm sorry about my lighting being as I'm in my room right now. So sorry about that. But if you guys enjoy that video, make sure you go subscribe to Chills. Go check out his videos. And make sure you come check me out too. Go subscribe to Chills. Go subscribe to me. Make sure you have that notification. Also, you can see every time I post a video, so you know every time I post a video. Well, thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated. Until then, peace.